Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we are from Team A. The topic that we have choose is analysis of domestic natural rubber consumption in Malaysia. So the first thing is I will talk about the introduction first. As we know, Malaysia has been the biggest producer in producing palm oil and rubber. As in 2017, Malaysia has been the leader in producing the natural rubber to many countries. The demand for the rubber is quite high because of its contribution, with 46% of total rubber production, or half of total production of other commodities. Malaysia has been the world's number one in making rubber cloth, so it have increased the rival countries for producing rubber, which like Indonesia, Thailand, and Vietnam. Due to the recent pandemic, which is the COVID-19, the demand for the rubber has increased drastically, like as most of the rubber are used for medical purpose, like for making rubber cloth or for other healthcare products. Based on the Department of Statistics, the income rate has increased as the demand for rubber from the other country has been higher than the usual time. So the earning for exports are expected to be higher and expected to bring higher revenue to the country in the future.
So next I'm gonna explain to you about our problem statement. The COVID-19 pandemic began as a health issues and now raise significant risks to the global economy, especially to the rubber industry. This COVID-19 disrupting global supply, thus demand is increasing, exceeding global potential for supply, causing drastic in demand such as surgical masks, gloves, and gowns that trigger substantial price increase. So in conclusion, demand and supply are key principles for determining how cost and quantity in market were calculated. So in this research paper, we will determine how COVID-19 affecting Malaysian supply demand of the rubber. So demand and supply are the fundamental factor that affecting natural rubber price directly. Our objective is to analyze the Malaysia domestic natural rubber consumption in March 2020. Secondly is to analyze the main statistic of Malaysian natural rubber in March 2020. And lastly is to review the monthly series of Malaysian natural rubber from November to March 2020.
The next part is analysis of domestic natural rubber consumption in Malaysia. The production of natural rubber indicates rising and decreasing figures, where the maximum output is 66,232 tons in January 2020 and the minimum output is 35,961 tons in March 2020. The lowest figure is in March 2020, as this reduction trend is due to the wintering period from February to May. It is a natural process of rubber trees in which the tree leaves wither and fall. The main metabolism and latex production is affected by this scenario. By implementing MCOs in Malaysia affects not only the agriculture sector but also the industrial process, the tourism sector, and so on. It can be shown by the rise of and decrease in the amount of natural export rubber in Malaysia. Malaysia exported 47,888 tons natural rubber in November 2019 and increased to 50,515 tons in December 2019. Natural rubber exported over that time is 5.48%. However, from January 2020 up until March 2020, the amount of natural rubber exported starts to drop but also to rise. This is because the pandemic has spread all over the world and there is a strong demand for the natural rubber. The healthcare professionals need gloves to treat the positive patient on COVID-19. Moreover, China and Germany have become the major export destination for the natural rubber in Malaysia. The amount of natural rubber that exported to China is in the range of 60% and to Germany is in the region of 15%. China has the highest demand for the natural rubber since it desperately have to manufacture glove because actually the COVID-19 is found in a province in China, which is Wuhan. Meanwhile, the natural rubber stock shows a growing trend from November 2019 to March 2020. The number of natural rubber stock in Malaysia steadily rising over 5-month periods from 216,440 tons to 300,448 tons. Malaysia is ensuring that natural resources are adequate to manufacture products and manufacture services for the industry. During the pandemic crisis, Malaysia needs enough natural rubber resources as the demand for the glove is high. On the other hand, the latex concentrate average price and the Malaysian Standard Rubber 20 average SMR20 have the same pattern figures that rise over 3 months and fall over 2 months. The average latex concentrate price in November 2019 was 440.55 cents per kilogram. Similarly, for the same period, the average price of standard Malaysian rubber 20 SMR20 increased 5.5% to 566.12 cents per kilogram. However, in March 2020, the average latex concentrate price reported a decline from February 2020 of 435.66 cents per kilogram, and the standard Malaysian rubber has also reduced to 570.45 cents per kilogram. In addition, the natural rubber consumption in Malaysia showing an unstable trend as the figures decline and rise over 5 periods of months. Natural rubber consumption was 40,631 tons in November 2019. The number rise in February 2020 when domestic natural rubber consumption is 42,015 tons, and in March 2020 they continue to consume the natural rubber on the same level. The uses of natural rubber trees in March 2020 as there is a growing market for condoms and tubes for the use during the MCO implementation in Malaysia. Please note that the natural rubber industry is dominated by the manufacture of gloves. The number of rubber gloves produced shows a steadily growing trend from November 2019 up until March 2020. The strong demand for rubber gloves has been unexpected since the pandemic disease has spread through the world. During duty, doctors and healthcare workers may wear rubber gloves because it is for their protection and safety. It is therefore a common situation if the glove industry in Malaysia continuously dominates the use of natural rubber in Malaysia.
On natural rubber in Malaysia on March 2020. According to the production, the amount on March 2020 are less than the previous month and years, which is to 23.3% in February 2020 and 28.2% in March 2019. The number of export increased continuously from March 2019 to February and March 2020. By latest amount was 45,198 tons. On March 2020, it showed a little bit changing on amount from March 2019 and the decline by 25.5% compared to previous month. The increasing can be seen on domestic consumption from 41,512 tons in February 2020 to 42,244 tons in March 2020. Based on statistic of closing stock, it was a huge increase by 300,448 tons on March 2020 compared to 202,246 tons on February 2019. The number of paid workers by estate shows 10.2% of decrease on March 2020 from previous month. 7% of salary and wages by estate was decreased from February 2020 to March 2020. Next, the monthly time series of natural rubber in Malaysia from March 2019 to March 2020. According to Chat 1, significant change can be clearly seen in the decision made on these factors. This data indicates that there is recurrence of a decrease in March 2020. Statistic shows a sharp rise and sharp decline in export and domestic consumption throughout the month in 2019 and 2020. A sharp decline was noted in March to April 2019 on imports less than 100,000 tons. The continuous improvement is reflected throughout January to March 2020. The highest rate was recorded in March 2020, reaching 300,000 tons. Meanwhile, the lowest rate is in June 2019, which is between 160,000 tons and 190,000 tons.
In a conclusion, as we all know that the natural rubber industry play an important role and give a big impact on our Malaysia economy, as it contributes a lot in our GDP, export earnings, and increase the employment rate in our country. Hence, government should come up with a lot of initiatives in order to enhance the development of the natural rubber industry in our country. For example, increase the rubber planting and give subsidy for the producer. This kind of initiative not only could bring up the development in the natural rubber industry, but at the same time could maintain the position as the main producer for the rubber industry in the global level.